YouTube friends. Today I am making a set of nesting boxes for my ducks, and you can use these for chickens or geese. This is a recycled 55-gallon plastic barrel. It's polyethylene, so it will last for a long time. I did a little research on polyethylene, and it can last for 35 years. So the ducks don't like to go into the old rabbit shed is the duck house. They like to kind of hang out around the pine trees and everything over there. So they're laying their eggs in the mud. Last week we had a nice warm up and all of my eggs were really dirty, and I'd like some to be able to hatch in the incubator and possibly get some of them to go broody to hatch on their own. So we raised the Peking and the Rowan ducks. They're anywhere from 6 to 10 pounds. The average is about 7 or 8 pounds. You want your nesting boxes to be big enough for them without overcrowding. A lot of times 2 birds will like to get into one nest and lay together, and this can allow for that. This drum, if you split it into 4, you see I've taken blue painting tape here and marked halfway across the drum, and that's going to be my cutting line. I'm going to cut this with a Sawzall, and they have cordless Sawzall, which work really good for this. I can't find my battery pack for my Sawzall, so I'm using a Milwaukee Sawzall. Sawzall cut through plastic wood. There's different blades for them. They cut through metal, but it's a real good all-purpose tool for anything around the farm. We've used it a lot. So you want to split this into half, opposite of where your openings are, and you want to leave your top and your bottom intact because that's going to be the back of the nesting box. I'll show it to you step by step, and here we go. Ear protection, whenever you're using tools. Eye protection. Now you can put, if you don't have a helper to hold the barrel for you, you can put cinder blocks around the outside, or if you have a real large tire, you can set this in the tire. Hitting the concrete can really dull your blade and cause kickback and injury, so please be careful of that. It's better to rotate the drum than to hit that and have to go to the emergency. Also, you can see at this point, if you're to block this up, it makes a really good watering trough and saves a lot of money. You can get these food grade that have been used for syrups and sugar water from restaurants, and they're usually anywhere from $15 to $30. So this being a 55-gallon barrel, we've just made this, like a 22-gallon, 22.5-gallon watering tank, and then you just add wood boards on the side. So I'll make a video on that sometime. So now we're going to flip it. Now to help myself out, I've got some 2x4s here, and I'm going to go straight through. That one's a little short. Now I can go straight through the center. I've measured from the top to the ground. It's about 17 and a half. Getting it started is generally the hardest part. And because your blade here doesn't have a sharp, sometimes you can start this by drilling a pilot hole, and that works real good too. It's wanting to move on me. This is where the helpers come in. My helper's currently not available. available. The ends like to bounce because of the vibration. So you can see here, this is a nearly completed. What we'll do is we'll put one of these on the back. That helps keep it from tipping. You want it long enough. These are all scrap boards that we've had laying around. And you can reinforce the sides like so that your front and back have something to screw in, and that helps to keep it from tipping. You can cut an extra piece of scrap and put a board out to the side. Some people put it right across the front, but then I find for the ducks, that's kind of hard for them to step over. So you can put it down flat like this, but I prefer just to have a little leg to keep it from tipping in the side. So we'll show you that. Alright, so now I'm going to use these drywall screws. You can use whatever you like. This is what I've got on hand. And we're going to put 4 screws across the bottom to anchor this back part of the drum to the 2x4 that will sit on the ground. Now, you can make it quite a bit longer to stick out the side, or you can just make it so that you're making a U-shaped box, however you prefer. Alright, now we're going to screw the side supports on, and this side support is going to keep the half curve, half moon shape. As they sit down, they're going to want to kind of bend. So this framework is kind of vital to keeping it long term. And I'm just going to screw some screws here along the inside, and then you can screw the outside board to your back. Of course, with most woodworking projects, you want to see if things are square. This is just for the ducks, not a huge deal. Just going to toenail these together. Of course, you can do this with nails if you like. Okay, this is the final step. And in this case, depending on how you put your boards, I have seen people put in a false bottom so they can clean it out. But then you have to have shims on the back the same. Some people just box it in like this. I am just doing partial feet to keep it stable on the ground. And to do that, I'm just going to toenail this into the side. You can leave it in or out to the side as much as you like. I'm going to do it right about halfway. I didn't measure this. It is just the piece of scrap that I cut off of the sideboards. Alright everybody, there's your nesting box. I got 3 more to do here, but that's just real nice for the ducks. You can make it so that it can sit level however you like. Right here, obviously my slab is a little out, and I didn't square anything because I really don't care right now. At the end of the day, the ducks are going to be in there. There's going to be hay and straw underneath them to keep them dry, and they're going to be out of the rain, and my duck eggs are going to be clean. Thanks for watching, everybody.